Hello guys and welcome to Thursday Night Racing League. Yes, that is right. I'm just going to see if I'm still heard on stream, because I've just come on stream. I'm just going to see if I'm still heard on stream. Yes, I am. That's brilliant. So yes guys, good evening and welcome to Thursday Night Racing League. Yes, it is of course the one and only Hoppers in the commentary box. I don't have the camera on tonight, because it is obviously Thursday. But this evening I decided not to have the camera on because it is a bit dark and lighting isn't the best. But yes, we are here for round number 2 of Season 8 for the PlayStation 4, guys. It is, of course, Hoppers in the commentary box. How is everyone doing? We are at the Hungaroring for the second 1 hour and 15 minutes endurance here at, of course, home of the Hungarian Grand Prix, as if you will. But we do have, of course, tonight a pretty much big grid like we did at Zolder 2 weeks ago. But yes, it has been 2 weeks since the last round. How is everyone doing? How is everyone feeling? Is everyone feeling can't even get my words out. Is people feeling confident, should I say, for this evening? We do have, of course, JMR. JMR is missing this evening. He is actually elsewhere. He's got excuse me, real life commitments, but we still have a big grid. It's looking likely, the weather forecast is looking likely a Budapest scorcher. So late on in September, it is of course the 21st of September 2023. But I'm looking forward to seeing what happens tonight. We do have, of course, some new guys joining the grid. We do have some people in new cars as such as well. We do have, I'll go through the grid as per usual, but you won't be seeing me this evening on camera. But from Alton Park in 2 weeks time, you will see me back on the screen, excuse me, and you will also see and hear driver interviews. But this evening, because with JMR not being here, I've got to make sure the lobby and the server is running okay as well. It's going to be a bit of a challenge for the best of both worlds. But Stefano Marchetto, aka Marmalotto, some of you guys may remember him from previous yesteryear seasons. He is also going to be helping me if I get stuck, but so far so good. So we'll see who's here, because we do have, of course, 12 drivers on the grid so far at the moment. So we'll go through them. We've got Lemos at the moment, currently sat in pit lane, the number 24 Porsche Carrera, the 99, I think it's the 911 machine, or the 991 machine in the 24. Season yesterday's runner-up as well. He is currently about to go out of pit lane, but he could take the championship lead. Excuse me. As JMR isn't here this evening, so Lemos could easily take, of course, championship lead. We have been here before, so it is no stranger to the Hungaroring for me commentating, but I'm looking forward to tonight. But if you are watching the stream, guys, please do say hello to me. I'm not going to bite, I will say hello back to you. I'll try and read some comments out just before we get underway with qualifying, but we've got just under 42 minutes left of free practice. I've come on early because there is some new guys that I'd like to introduce to the field, but we'll see what happens. We've got, of course, like I say, we've got Lemos, and then we've got, of course, Alexis, or Alexis, or Lexi, in the 333 Ferrari. I can't remember exactly what they were. They told me the other week at Zolder what they were as their team, and my memory's completely gone. But the pink, white and black, of course, Ferraris. So if you guys are watching the stream, please let me know your team name. I can't remember top of my head. It's not because I'm being rude, I just can't remember. Then you got U9 Cars, GDD, or GTD, the second of the pink, black and white Ferraris. It's going to be good to see them back out on the track. They were literally going nose to tail at Zolder for a couple of laps in the wet as well, so it's good to see them back, but they are currently second and third on free practice times at the moment. Then you've got Steve in the Jaguar. Steve is currently getting to grips with that Jag. I couldn't race that, but seems to be adapting very well. He did okay at Zolder. Then of course we have Mascara in the white, purple and sort of sage green McLaren 720S GT3. So we'll see what Mascara can do this evening. Then we have Gray in the blue and white Lamborghini Huracan GT3. I believe that's the Evolution model. Good evening, James. Good evening, Hoppers. Sad to be missing this one, but hopefully Alton will be a double victory. Ha ha. I hope so, mate. I'm gutted you're missing it, but it is what it is, mate. Real life comes first, as you know, but hopefully we'll get to catch up before, well, catch up during Alton Park. That is in 2 weeks' time. I'm not going to actually mention why you're looking forward to Alton Park, but it is actually someone's birthday, Alton Park race day. It is also a certain someone's birthday the week after Alton Park. Yes, that is right, Hopper's birthday. It is my birthday the week after Alton Park. We do have, of course, 2 birthdays in the space of each other. Here at Thursday Night Racing League for the PlayStation 4 lobby. I wouldn't be surprised if we had any more birthdays before then, but yes. But yes, we've got, of course, Gray. Gray made his debut at Zolder last time out. I don't know whether it's actually grey or white on his Lamborghini, but kind of depending on the colour above the sky, should we say, for the Lamborghini Huracan, the number 15. We do have, of course, Devies, or I'm going to try not to butcher this, but he is new to us. He signed up just recently, yesterday. He's now in the 88 Ferrari, so the red and yellow machine. He's from the Czech Republic, so we'll give him a shout out. I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. It's going to be a interesting night for him. It's the first time he's raced. He missed the first one at Zolder, but he is here this evening. As I say, we've got Lewis Allen in the Honda, the black and sort of gold brown Honda NSX. First time we've seen this car in Thursday Night Racing League for quite some time, because the last time a Honda NSX was raced in a blue and black livery, I believe that was a Bullen FN2, Mike Bullen. Some of you guys may remember him. He ran the Honda, but we do have, of course, Lewis Allen he's not related, or Luis. I'll probably end up butchering new people's names tonight, so I don't mean that to be offensive. It's just, unfortunately, when you're new to me, I do try my best. But we've got, of course, Louise Allen in the beautiful 96 Honda NSX GT3. It is a very nice car. It sounds very nice indeed. And then, of course, we've got Dunk, aka Hells, in the 100 red and black Porsche. He's gone to Porsche instead of McLaren for this season. He had a bit of a torrid time at Zolder. He had a stop-go, was it a stop-go or drive-through penalty, but his brake went straight to the floor. It didn't slow the car down, so that explains why you got that penalty at Zolder. But it seems to be working well, and it seems to be okay at the moment. But who knows what will happen. But we do, of course, have Kenny D 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 in the number 12 McLaren 720S, the green and black machine, just on his way out of pit lane at the moment. Believe it or not, I raced against Kenny in another series on a Sunday, so I know how this guy can race, so it's good to see him back out on track for another night of racing in Thursday Night Racing League. So getting used to, of course, Assetto Corsa Competizione. And then we've, of course, got Future Revenge, but there's my controller decided to slide the button down to selector driver, it missed out, of course, Chris Holland. Chris Holland in the yellow and black Ferrari did 28 machine. But what's happening out on track then? We've got, of course, Lemos coming through the final 2 turns then. We've got on board with the German racer. We'll see what he can do this evening. But be very good to see what will happen with Lemos. The weather actually here at the Hungaroring at the moment though seems to be a very scorcher at the moment. Just going to sort my phone out because my phone for some reason wasn't charging very well. But hopefully we should be okay. But Lemos then. There's been notable issues here in the past. I don't know whether we were here last season, but there's been some nasty shunts here as the marker posts go flying. Don't want to be doing that in the race because that will also get away with track limits. But so far with Lemos, he is looking forward to seeing what he can do. With Jeremiah missing tonight, it will be a bit of a huge relief because he'll be like, Jeremiah isn't here, so I can easily push on for what could be a championship lead going into Oulton Park in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time is, of course, the first sprint races of this season at Oulton Park. We do have very exciting times ahead for Thursday Night Racing League, because we do visit, of course, Oulton Park for 2 sprint races. Looking forward to that. But if you guys are watching the stream, please do say hello to me. Don't be afraid to say hello to me. But of course, Lemos going a 144.430 at the moment. He's looking very feisty indeed. As I say, just if you are watching the stream, driver interviews will not be happening this week, but they will resume at Oulton Park. I will be picking the driver of the day tonight as well. We picked the driver of the day last week, or 2 weeks ago, at Zolder, where JMR won it, because with a bit of an issues between himself and Lemos at the start of the race, JMR went on to continue to go and actually win the race, so, you know, fair play to him. But we're expecting, I think it's about 16 drivers tonight, so it's going to be a bit of a action. It's going to be a bit of a busy track, I'm not going to lie, but hopefully we don't have many gaps as we are doing at the moment. But who knows what is going to happen. But thank you guys for tuning in on this beautiful Thursday. It's been a bit of weird weather over here in the UK at the moment, but hopefully we should be okay. We've got the pink and the pink fanfare cars, as I call them. But they did tell me their team name, and I can't remember exactly top of my head now what the guys are called in the pink and black and white Ferraris. They are second and third at the moment in, of course, free practice. We do have 32 minutes left, so we're still a long way to go at the moment in the free practice session. It is the only one they get. Then they get a 10-minute qualifying, and of course a 1 hour and 15-minute race. It's going to be a bit weird when we go to Oulton Park because it is going to be I think it's either going to be 2 5-minute or 2 10-minute qualifications, and then 2 35-minute sprint races. That is going to be very action-packed. As I say, it is it's 2 weeks away as of yet. But we do, of course, Lemos, Alexis, and then Unai Cars, Steve, and then you do, of course, have Davies. I'm gonna end up butchering this name big time. I'll try and pronounce his name correctly as time goes on. Then you got Mascara. Then you got Grays, or Gray rather. Then you got Hells or Dunk. Dunk's got his lights on at the moment. Maybe just he's turned them off now, but maybe he's just carrying on at the moment. Then you've got Louise Allen. making his series debut. I don't think he made it at Zolder, but he is of course here in the Honda NSX. A very nice looking livery, I'm going to admit. I'm not going to lie, but the car sounds great, and the car looks good as well. So here's what's happened. They got Chris Allen, of course Kenny, of course Future Revenge, and then you've got Ramavaj, I believe that's how you pronounce it, in the green and a black Lamborghini Huracan, the 66 car. So we'll see how well he can. I believe if I do pronounce anyone's name wrong, please don't hesitate to correct me. I'm not going to bite because I need, you know, be something I'll probably need help with. But don't want to call him Rammer because that just sounds wrong in racing. But he's the only one, as well as Alexis and Unai Cars, in pit lane at the moment. So be interesting to see what happens. As I say, JMR isn't making it this evening, which is a big shot for the cards though, because you know JMR could have easily stretched his championship lead, but he's not. He's actually out in the real world doing something this evening, so I don't know what he's doing, but he's out in the real world. So Lemos is still currently out here. I think Hungaroring is going to throw up a few surprises. It's not the best track to overtake, it is kind of narrow in places, but one time when I commentated a certain Luke Barnard, who's actually the main admin of Thursday Night Racing League, he crashed heavily in his Porsche Carrera Super Cup car here. But that was a very interesting night of racing indeed. But to see how well Lemos is going to go, I'm just going to look at the weather forecast for the race then, because it will tell me. No, it won't. But we do, of course, 10 minutes of qualifying, and then we do have the hour and 15-minute race. It's going to be a bit of a while till we get the race underway. It will be probably the race will probably begin around 10 past around 10 past 8 tonight, but I believe we do have someone that has registered a number 1 car, and that is Fran Alba, but I believe that is from the GT World Challenge Asia livery, so that is looking like it could be from the GT Asia series. So it'd be interesting to see how well that does. You don't have to run customized livery, you can run the works livery if you must, because you don't have to have the official livery. It's actually grey on Grey's car, the blue and grey machine. I do apologise, Grey, if you're watching the stream. I always thought it was a white machine, mate, but nevertheless it's fine. But Lemos is still fastest then, followed by Alexis. Steve's up to 3rd then, so he's splitting the Ferraris at the moment, but we'll see what the Jaguar can do. The Jaguar is a very underrated car at the moment, but he's part of the multiple team, this Caris team from this season, with the likes of Hells and Gray and Kenny D. So it's going to be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll soon find out. But it's good to see the grey and black Jaguar out on track. But it's going to be very close. 26 minutes to go in free practice then. so we're not far away from checker flag falling for this. And then we get into, of course, 10 minutes of qualifying, and then of course an hour and 15 minutes race. As I say, driver interviews will happen from Alton Park onwards. We did have, of course, one with JMR last week or the week before, but due to the fact is with tonight having some new guys as well, I'm just going to be doing driver interviews as of Alton Park onwards, because I think it would be better. It's just, you know, with keep an eye on how things go. But we've got around 14 people, so 14 people at the moment, and on the grid is perfect. But we do have, of course, just going through the sign-ups for this evening, because we do have, of course, race checking for this evening. We do have it's very weird, because I don't want to be rude, but Fran Alba isn't signed up for the championship, but he's on the grid for this evening. But that's okay. We'll try and find out who exactly he is. But Ramavaj, the guy in the 66 Lamborghini Huracan, he's actually Hungarian, so he's actually on home turf this evening. So good evening on home turf. So we'll soon find out what happens, but excuse me. But his real name is actually Peter. I do apologise, mate. If you are watching this stream, I realise your name is Peter. I do apologise, mate. I saw you signed up yesterday, and you did announce who you were. So I do apologise for calling you your PSN to start with. But Peter is actually on home turf, so there we go. And then you got Front Alba then, currently thereabouts. Not too sure if he's signed up for the championship, but he's turned up. Maybe he has, but he'd probably be a left, not a left, but a right, not right, what am I on about? Probably left it to the last minute to sign up for the championship, but also sign up for this evening. But that is okay. But let's hope people obey the blue flags and stuff like that this evening. We've seen a few things, but we've got 22 minutes to go then. So Peter is up to 8th and on home turf. So very good to see him out on home turf in the green and black Lamborghini Huracan. Well, first time we've seen a green and black Huracan, but we do, of course, have quite a few drivers. We do have. Just looking who's out on track. We do Alexis or Lexi in the Ferrari, and of course Steve, Unite Cars, Delviz or Delviz. I'm going to try not to butcher people's name, but he's in the 88 Ferrari, currently 5th fastest. So this could be good. Then you've got Gray, Mascara, Peter, Hells, Luis Allen in the Honda, and then of course Future Revenge. Luis Allen is not related to Chris Allen, by the way, aka Silverbeard, but we do have, of course, quite a few people. So we've got 14 drivers at the moment on the grid for this evening, which is fantastic. And it's only going to take more times to see what happens, but 21 minutes then or thereabouts as our Future Revenge goes off at turn 1, but probably going into pit lane. So the Ferraris are looking strong at the moment, but then we've got the Jaguars, Steve at the moment. Steve famously raced the grey and black Porsche last season. He's now in a Jaguar. Maybe it's a car that we're going to see more of next season. So we'll go on board with the Jaguar going into turn number 1. I'll give you a bit of an on-board lap. I don't know exactly the corner names here at the Hungaroring, but give you a bit of an on-board lap then. So let's see what happens. I don't know why it says check your driver ID on a sticker on the roll cage, but maybe because of the drivers. It is actually an Emil Frey liveried or in style Jaguar. Just give me 1 second while I check the comment. So we do have 2 comments. But we've got Team Sicarus, I believe that is of course Hells. Yo, let's go indeed, mate. Let's go indeed. It's going to be a great night of racing, buddy. Looking forward to this myself, to be honest. But we're on board with one of your drivers at the moment. Putting a smiley face. But yes, it is going to be a very good night of racing, as I say, here at the Hungaroring for round number 2 of season 8. I'll just make sure the title was correct on the stream before I even look at it. Yes, it was correct. But if you are liking the stream, guys, please do give it a massive thumbs up. Of course, if you're wondering, if you are watching the stream, who is the commentator? Of course, it is the one and only Hoppers in the house, well, in the comments box. Currently, mate, I don't know if you've seen Discord, I'm not doing them this evening. I'm going to be doing them as of Alton Park onwards, mate. But don't worry, I will be doing them from Alton Park onwards. But should be alright, mate. But you are, where are you, Hells? You are currently 9th at the moment. So that'll be very interesting to see how well you do. Hopefully you don't get what happened to you at Zolder, because you know that was a bit of a weird one at Zolder with your brake pedal. Not going to try and remind you of that too much. But then what sort of commentator would I be? So just under 18 minutes to go then. But we do have course Van Alba, not too sure who he is or who she is. I'm on it tonight. I'm not going to remind you, mate. But we won't go there. But I've probably already mentioned it once or twice. But then again, like I say, what sort of commentator would I be? You know? But of course, Van Albert in the Merc. Shout out to Steve, Kenny and Gray. Good luck, indeed, mate. I'm looking forward to seeing how well they're doing. You know, Gray's currently 7th at the moment. Steve's 2nd though in that Jaguar, and Kenny is of course 12th at the moment. So, Team Sicarus, good luck, guys, because you know it's going to be a great night of racing for you guys, no doubt. Top 10 for you guys at the moment, so that's not too bad. But Fran Albert at the moment, trying to figure out who Fran Albert actually is, but I believe that car is from, of course, the Asia GT World Challenge, so it looks very nice indeed, I must admit. But all the cars look very nice. I don't pick favourite cars and I don't pick favourite drivers. I'm not allowed to do that, otherwise it's been very, very, very biased. 16 minutes to go in free practice then. So Steve is currently second in the Jaguar, splitting the Ferrari and then of course the Lamborghini of Peter. Peter's done quite well to get up into fourth on home turf. Maybe home turf advantage is going the way at the moment, so who knows what's going to happen. But as Van Albert gets a bit crossed up there, but as I say, it's going to be very great to see what happens. But of course Hells is going to be pushing on. He's all Team Sakara's cars are top 9 at the moment, so that's, or should I say top 10 at this moment in time. But 15 minutes until we get qualifying up and running, so it could be actually 10 to 8 we get, could be thereabouts, or 5 to 8 where we get qualifying started, but could be thereabouts. 14 drivers at the moment though, it's not too bad. It's not too bad for a Thursday. It's pretty good. The grid seems to be got a bit better over the last couple of months, as I get myself into prime position. But got the likes of Lemos then in his Porsche still out there with a 144.430. Probably makes it better now that JMR isn't here for Lemos, but maybe that's not going to happen. JMR said he would be missing this evening, which is a big shame really, because it would have been nice to see them two have a bit of a battle and go tooth to nail, but it's not going to happen. You got Lemos, Steve, Delvise. I can't pronounce his name properly, but he's from the Czech Republic. But he is currently third. You got Alexei, then of course Peter. Peter's back down to fifth though, but maybe that's because the likes of Delvise and Alexei currently third and fourth respectively. Then you got Unai Cars in the 95 Ferrari, and of course Gray in the blue and grey in now a Lamborghini Huracan. Then you got of course Mascara, Dunk, Louis Allen or Luis. I'm gonna end up butchering people's names big times. But Louis Allen, I'm going to call him Louis, but if it's Luis, then I do apologise, mate. Then you got, of course, got Future Revenge, Kenny D. Kenny's now down in 12th, Chris Allen 13th, and then of course Fran Albert in 14th at the moment for free practice. But you know, looking forward to seeing how this one goes. I'm actually going to like our stream, because then I know exactly what's going to happen. But I'll put in the chat. But yes, I'll just put a comment on stream. Seeing you comments guys in chat too, so you know I'm in here as well. But we've got around 12 minutes then, as Luis has pulled off to the side. The Honda NSX, what he's got going again. But I don't really want to laugh too much. Ignore me if I'm laughing. Something else I can't announce on stream because I don't really want people getting upset with me. But yes, there is a yellow flag somewhere, but Luis Allen then in the I believe he's actually from Colombia, I think, or Venezuelan. He's one of the two. But we do, of course, have a variety of internationals, which is very good to see, guys. Welcome in. But we've got, of course, Luis Allen, and he's not related to Chris, but we'll see what happens with 10 minutes to go then. So it's probably going to be around. Just before 8 o'clock then this evening, when the race actually, well, qualifying actually gets underway. So it's going to be great to see. That Honda's looking very nice and sounding very good as well. I'm not going to lie. DC Joe's not making it. That's a big shame. But no worries, mate. I've just seen in Discord. If you are watching the stream though, mate, or you have watched the stream, very unfortunate you're not going to be racing tonight, mate, but hopefully we'll see you at Alton Park in 2 weeks' time. Excuse me. But I'm looking forward to Alton Park in 2 weeks' time because it is going to be a track I know very well. So looks like Peter's down to 6th at the moment, but then you've got Unai Cars, and then got Steve, Alexi, and then of course Peter Gray, Mascara Hells, Louis Allen, or Luis, and then Future Revenge, then Kenny, Chris Allen, and then from Albert rounding up the field at the moment. But I'll tell you what, it's not a bad grid for this evening, as Lemos is about to go back out again in his 24 Porsche Carrera, the season 3-time runner-up now in Thursday Night Racing League. Peter currently still out on track then. At home as he clips that curb. Oh, slight knock into the barrier there. But he probably won't want to do that during the race. But we've got 8 minutes then. 8 minutes left of free practice. So we'll see what happens. But I'm just going to grab a quick drink and then I'll be commentating some more very shortly. So yes, it is going to be a very good night of racing. So yes, it will be great. Looking forward to seeing what will happen, because you know we've got some quick cars out there, we've got some quick drivers out there. We've got the guy from Czech Republic. We've got Delvies, who's currently in second place at the moment. So he's currently second in the race, well, in free practice, should I say. So he's currently second. But yeah, so Delvise is second, Unite Cars is in third, Steve fourth. This is free. This is only free practice though, people. It is not the real thing. But it should be a good night of racing then, so we're not far away from we're not far away from qualifying actually starting, so we've got 5 minutes then. So yeah, it's probably going to, it's like 14 drivers at the moment, so this is quite a good turnout for this evening. But just going to put a few love hearts on the stream because it just helps the guys out. And as Delvise puts his light on, maybe he was trying to find the light switch. But he's currently in second. Could be interesting to see how well he goes this evening. You've got Unite Cars, Steve, Alexi, Peter, Gray, Mascara, Hells, Luis. Well, he's currently 10th, and then you've got Chris Allen, Future Revenge, Kenny, and of course Frank Alba. Got 4 minutes to go then, so it is roughly 4 minutes. So it's going to be will be 8 o'clock we start dead on. But Lemos still setting the pace then. So let's see what is going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen then. But not far away from qualifying starting them. So give me 1 second. There we go, just making sure I'm still heard on stream. But yes, we're not far away from qualifying starting. It's going to be a fantastic night of racing though. It is actually not going to be too bad, because we've got, of course, quite a few cars out in pit lane. We've got, well, in pit lane. But who knows what's going to happen tonight. But 2 minutes to go then, before we get qualifying. The 10 minutes of qualifying up and running. But it is going to be very close then, because if you look at the likes of Lemos and then of course Delvise at the moment, what's he done? He's done a 144.994, so he's only 0.564 of a second behind Lemos at the moment, so this could be a very good debut in Thursday Night Racing League for the PlayStation 4 lobby. But who knows what's going to happen. But we've got a minute to go then before qualifying. The 10 minutes of qualifying starts. But we'll see what happens within this evening, because we do have a few new guys out there. So 24 seconds then. And we're ready to rock for qualifying. It's going to be a bit of a weird one though, because amount of cars that are out there, but qualifying is about to begin. We do of course have a few cars out there, but maybe some are going to just pull off and then go into pit lane, but the likes of Alexi and Mascara at the moment are pushing on. They can obviously take the battle to each other in free practice, as they have a bit of contact. Don't want to be doing that in the race. That's the last thing they really want to do, especially if they did that in qualifying. It would actually wouldn't be the best, but we do have now 10 minutes of qualifying up and running. Cars will be on the jacks. They will be also taking time to go out, but the likes of, I think Hells is the first to blink, then it's Chris Allen, so off to go then, because Hells has a bit of a weird exit from pit lane at the moment, but hopefully there's nothing going on. But I was looking at how many cars are exiting. I think Hells has got some connection issues at the moment, but hopefully not. But it seemed he was lifting off the ground there, but just keep an eye on his ping at the moment. But you got Uni cars, Mascara. There's quite a lot of going out of pit lane for qualifying now. Just looking, the Kenny's gone out. We've got Lemos is out there. There's quite a lot of cars out there, but I think the likes of Hells will be the first one to literally go across the line, but he won't be now because Chris Allen's got past him. So very interesting moments there for, of course, Hells at the moment. Excuse me. But, see what he can do. He's probably don't know whether he's having connection issues or not. He's about as the pink cars, the Pink Panther cars as I call them. But I'll try and remember their team name as I go on throughout the season. But just come up to 8 minutes left to qualify, because probably will take them a few times to get thereabouts. But let's see what happens then. You got Mascara out there, Steve's in pit lane, Hells is out, Alexis, Luis is out there, Lemos is still out, Delvise, Gray's out there. You've got Kenny D in pit lane, you've got Future Revenge, Chris Allen, and of course Peter. Frank Albert is just coming out as Luis is also there. So the Honda versus the Mercedes. Don't really want to be doing that during the race from Albert, because if a car is coming down, flying down the straight, you don't want to be doing that, mate. But we've got a few cars. We've got about 1 to 5 cars in pit lane at the moment. But let's see what happens then, because Chris Allen is already coming through the latter half of the lap now. He's going to be the first one to set the benchmark this evening as well. So that is going to be close as you like between pro class leader. There's no, I don't think there's any pro class classifications. There's 3 cars now still in pit lane, but maybe as time goes on they will go out before the end of qualifying. But Chris Allen will be the first one to break the beam then. But let's see what he can do. He's about to cross the line and do, if he can, they do a 147.133, and then Hells goes 0.399 of a second slower. But we'll see what they can do. These two can do. Maybe the push on. Then you've got Gray in the Lamborghini, 146.155, which has then pushed him up into provisional pole position at the moment. So it seems there's a lot of interest to see what's going to happen with the, you know, who's got car's going to get on top. But 5 minutes and 38 seconds to go. Mascara fourth then. Unite Cars Levos goes down fastest with a 143.830. So this is going to be close as you like between these guys. Could be very interesting to see what's happened. 2 cars in pit lane, Steve's in pit lane, and Future Revenge, but that's fine because they tend to do that at the moment. But Lemos is going to try and push on, to stay provisional pole position. Unite Cars, Alexis, Luis, Dalviz, Kenny and Peter and Fran Albert are yet to set lap times. Excuse me. But they are yet to set lap times for qualifying. But we've got around 4 minutes and 43 seconds to go though. But until we get the checker flag for qualifying. But not far away now. So this is where it could be all or nothing, especially for Lemos, because Lemos knows for a fact with JMR not being here tonight, he could literally take the drivers leading the drivers championship going into Alton Park in 2 weeks time. As I say, Alton Park is going to be a great one. Looking forward to that. But Unite Cars then goes second fastest at the moment, so he's flying up there. It seems they work together, him and Alexis at or Alexi at Zolder last time out. Peter up into third then on home turf as well, so getting used to this adaptation for a local guy on local surface as well, so it's going to be very great to see what he can do. But as I say, there will be no driver interviews this evening until Alton Park, but as Alexi goes fourth fastest, so there's 2 cars in pit lane at the moment, the likes of Delvise, Kenny. Speaking of Delvise is up to 5th fastest, but the likes of Steve, Kenny, Future Revenge and Fran Albert currently got to set a lap time. But Luis then up into 10th. He's currently he's on his season debut. Currently 10th at the moment, but 3 minutes to go then before the main race, the main event of the evening gets underway then. So we'll see what goes on here at Hungaroring, as we do have a car that's dropped from the I believe, trying to figure out who that is, but that's a bit unfortunate to whoever's dropped for qualifying. I'm just going to double check who that is. I can't actually double check at the moment. We do have I don't know whether it's Hells or not, but we'll have a look in a minute. Give me 1 second. 2 minutes to go. No, it's not Hells. It'll tell me at the end of qualifying. That's a bit unfortunate for whoever's dropped. But hopefully they are back before racing. But we'll soon find out when right, was it Fran Albert? It might have been Fran Albert, or it might have been Steve, who's, according to that, it looks like it's Steve that's dropped because he's back. So it might have been Steve briefly, but that's okay because got a minute and 15 seconds to go. But looking at the times then, excuse me, but looking at the times then, you got the likes of Lemos, Unite Cars, Peter, Alexi, Delvise, Gray, Hells, Chris Holland, Mascara, Luis, Kenny, Steve, Future Revenge, and Fran Alba. But Fran Alba yet to set a lap time in the number one Mercedes AMG. First time we've seen the car out this season, but be very interesting. With 26 seconds, should I say. Lemos is about to cross the line. He's gone even quicker by the looks of it, with a 1:43.476. It's quite interesting to see what happens. 13 seconds though. There's a yellow flag somewhere. It doesn't actually tell me. I've got according to this, we have of course don't understand why it says we have 20 chat comments. Just give me 1 second. I'm just going to double check these. I don't know why it says that, because maybe it has done, but never mind. But so Lemos takes provisional pole position then, followed by Unicars. Peter is currently in third then for qualifying to start his home race, and third as well. That's a good going. It's a good going for what I've seen so far. Then you've got Alexi, then you've got Delvise, then you've got Gray, Hells, I think it was actually Future Revenge that actually dropped actually in time. You've got Louise Allen, then you've got of course Chris Allen, not related by the way. Then you've got Mascara, Kenny, then Fran Alba actually 12th. Then you've got Steve, and then of course Future Revenge in 14th. So there's quite a few cars that have pushed on, but should be very interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. But Lemos then provisional on pole position then for the second meeting in a row. So it's going to be it's going to spice it up a bit. So there's 2 cars that didn't set a lap time in qualifying, which is a bit unfortunate for them. But I know how that, maybe it is just what it is at the moment. But hopefully we get some amazing racing very soon, because it is going to be, as I say, an hour and 15 minutes of racing this evening, with one mandatory pit stop, whether it's for fuel, tyres or not. We'll go through the grid while the guys are getting ready for the race. Then we've got Lemos on pole position, followed by Unicars, followed by Peter and of course Alexi. You can't really see the cars because the cars are hidden, but Alexi in 4th, then followed by Delvise in of course 5th. Then got Gray, followed by Hells. So it is a Sakaris 6th and 7th on the grid. Then you got of course Luis Allen, followed by Chris Allen, aka Silverbeard, in 8th and 9th. Then you got Mascara, then of course Kenny D. Then you got Fran Albert, Steve, and then Future Revenge in 14th. That is your 14 runners this evening, ladies and gents. But the cars are just getting ready for what could be a top night racing here at the Hungaroring. The weather is looking perfect, and the track is optimum temperature at the moment. Well, it's optimum running at the moment. It's not as greasy as it was at Zolder 2 weeks ago when the rain came down. It got started off dry, but that is the track map for anyone that is not familiar with the Hungaroring. But we are thereabouts. Times in qualifying then. Lemos was of course a 1:43.455, and of course Unicars was of course a 1:44.112 of a second. So it's Porsche, Ferrari, Lambo this time round, but who knows what's going to happen. But we do of course have 33 seconds to go until the green flag lap goes. Well, let's see what's going to happen. But it is going to be very close then, as the cars are getting dropped off their jacks. But we do have, of course, the formation lap to start with. So Lemos leads them away then, followed by Unite Cars. This is probably the better way to do the grid. Then you got Peter, and of course Alexei, then of course Delvise, and then you got Gray, followed by Hells, Luis, then Chris, and then of course Mascara. Quite slow getting away, I believe, off the grid. And of course Kenny, so the two McLarens are there. And of course Van Albert, Steve, and then of course Future Revenge at the tail of the field. But should be very interesting to see what's going to happen. I will throw before we get to the till we get to the end of the formation lap. Excuse me. But soon find out what's going to happen. But cars are all forming up then. But could be very interesting here. We are getting towards the last couple of corners now. Lemos still there. We've got Unite Cars, Peter, Alexei, Delvise, Gray. As Delvise actually goes off in the formation lap. That's not going to do his car any credentials, but he's thereabouts. But then you've got Gray. Currently in, there's quite a few cars actually out of order there. But they've got to line up because they will be punished if they're not. But we'll put the helicam up then. See what's going to happen. This could be a very feisty race indeed for the Thursday Night Racing League. Round number 2 of the PlayStation 4 lobby here at the Hungaroring Season 8. But yes, it is an hour and 15 minute of racing. Excuse me. But let's see what's going to happen. Lemos is trying to see what's going to happen, but he's got to get a bit ahead because he's going to be side by side. But we are not ready to go yet, I don't think. But yes, we are. And there's already been a drive-through penalty for position on the start. And I'll tell you what, that is going to hurt for whoever that is. And that is, of course, Luis. So yes, straight away drive-through penalty for being out of position, but it's almost 3 wide as we go into turn number 1. But we've got Peter and of course Delvise at the moment. Lambo versus Ferrari at the moment, but could be a very interesting battle between them. But then you've got Alexei, then you've got Delvise. Delvise, that's the, well, Delvise is actually currently in 4th place at the moment. It's timing screen's thrown a bit of a wobbler as it normally does, but hopefully it doesn't hamper. But you've got Delvise currently in 4th place. Is he? No, he's in 5th place, I beg your pardon. Oh, he's not, he's 4th at the moment. As Hells stays there in 6th place, followed by Gray, followed by Luis. Luis has got a drive-through penalty for out of position on the rolling start. This is what happens when people don't realise. But you've got the likes of Mascara, Kenny, Future Revenge and Chris Allen, and then of course Steve, and then Fran Albert. Not too sure what's happened to Fran Albert. Dropped far back at the moment, but Lemos still leads the race then. Into the left hairpin, and then he's going to go into the right to complete one lap already. This is where it's going to get tight and twisty this evening. But Unite Cars then so far pushing on in second, Peter in third, then Delvise as the pit lane does open for mandatory, so take your mandatory any time now, but Delvise there, but hopefully Luis will take his drive-through penalty for out of position of the race start. That's a bit of unfortunate because that does happen, but you know, you got Alexi, and of course Hell's currently 6th, Gray in 7th, Luis in 8th. Hopefully he takes his drive-through penalty very soon, because he'll have to take it, otherwise he will get disqualified, and then that will be a very bad night for him. Then you got Mascara, followed by Kenny, and then of course Future Revenge. Chris Allen currently, not too sure what's happening with him tonight, but currently down in 12th place around with of course Steve. And then Fran Albert's had a bit of a torrid time. There's already been a bit of contact. That is one of the pink cars though. That is that Alexi? Yes it is. Alexi's gone round. I don't know what's happened there. Maybe a bit of battle between him and Delvise though, but I'm not too sure. Well, that's caused a bit of issue there. But that's dropped him way back. Excuse me, but then you've got, of course, Unite Cars, then you've got Lemos currently still leading. So Hell's up into 4th, followed by Gray. And, of course, 6th place, followed by Luis. Luis will have to take his drive-through, he can't afford not to take it. But is he going to go into pit lane? No, he stays out. That's going to push him if he's not careful. Then you've got Delvise, Mascara, Kenny, and then you've got Alexi, followed by Chris Allen. Got to be very careful, the pair of them. As Alexi now goes into pit lane, he's got probably a substantial amount of damage. Don't know exactly what happened. But Chris Allen goes into 11th then, but he will soon be 10th. As Future Revenge stays in 12th rather, and then Fran Albert still thereabouts, but Lemos then eking out that advantage from Unite Cars at the moment, followed by Peter. Peter's nose to tail between himself and Unite Cars at the moment. Unite Cars literally pushing on for dear life. He's not gonna be able to get away from Peter at the moment. Peter in the grey and, well, black and sort of black, grey and green Lamborghini Huracan. So it is the two Italian cars at the moment, followed by Hell's under pressure from his teammate at the moment, from Gray at the moment. Gray's trying to push on, but you've got of course Luis trying to push on with Delvise in his season. These two cars have in their first debutants for this season, but we'll soon figure out as Alexi's still in pit lane at the moment. That is going to cost him dearly by the looks of it. No idea what happened, but excuse me, but then you still got Luis still thereabouts in 6th place at the moment, but pushing on. A bit of a lag issue there for the Honda NSX driver, but he's staying out. That's, oh, I thought he was going to stay out, but no, he goes in for his drive-through penalty. That's going to cost him dearly himself. He's not going to be liking that. Got to slow it down before you even get to that marker, because you will also get a penalty for speeding in pit lane. You do not want that. Alexi is now out of pit lane, so a lap down as well, with 3 laps done in the book, as he actually spins on cold tyres. As he spun on cold tyres, but that's not going to help, because he's in the middle of the track there. Oh, he's in the wrong place, and that's not going to be good. He's trying to get going, but I don't understand why he couldn't find reverse straight away. It's a bit unfortunate that, but hopefully he picks up the pace. But bit of contact between him and of course Hell's there. Hell's is not going to like that. The team radio would be going furious as Luis is done his drive-through, so that is going to be okay. But Fran Alba still at the tail of the field at the moment, with Lemos still pushing on. But Lemos is still there, and of course first place at the moment, but then Peter's got past Unite Cars for second place. This could be a good showing for Unite Cars, well, not Unite Cars, Peter at the moment. Unite Cars will have a good showing, don't get me wrong, but Unite Cars currently down in second, then with Peter leading the way in that 66 Lamborghini Huracan. I know we've got Lemos in the race lead, but Gray and Hells is probably going to be furiously kicking off to the stewards, or kicking off to his team, to say why did that Ferrari not get out of the way anytime soon. But it looks like he's under pressure from another Ferrari at the moment, with the likes of Delvise at the moment. There's a bit of a gap between Delvise and Mascara at the moment, followed by Kenny and Chris Allen, under threat from Steve at the moment. Steve's literally putting that 28 Ferrari under pressure. Got on board with the Jaguar driver, chasing down Chris Allen for what could be ninth place at the moment. Chris Allen having a better run at the moment so far, but Chris Allen runs a bit deep there, with Steve trying to push on, but it's all or nothing at the moment. But let's see what's going to happen between these guys, because Steve's got that Jaguar fired up to try and get past the 28 Ferrari. 789 789 Jaguar at the moment, but still thereabouts, with a minute and 1 hour and 6 minutes to go in this race, with Lemos still leading from, of course, Peter, Unite Cars, Gray, Hells, Devise is putting Hells under a bit of pressure there, but he's got to push on. Let's see what happens here between the two of them. Both the red coloured cars, well, one's a red and black and one's a red and yellow machine, but Delvise then, let's see, pushing on, but could be all or nothing between these two. But you've got Steve trying to get past Chris Allen. We'll go back to this battle as Alexi still 2 laps down at the moment, but this is not going to help Alexi this evening. I think there will be a steward's inquiry to what's happened there, but got the likes of Chris Allen and Steve battling for 9th and 10th. For Steve trying to get a move done into turn number 1. Is he going to be able to do that? Yes, he is, because Chris Allen's run very wide indeed. He's got Alexi trying to unlap himself, not for position though. But we've got Gray still 4th, with Hells still in 5th at the moment, with Devise trying to push on in 6th place, trying to push up to that number 100 Porsche, the black and red machine. But looking what's happening there with Alexi trying to push on. He's got 14th from Fran Alba, however, a lap down in 13th. Fran Alba having a disaster. Not too sure what's happened to Fran Alba, to why he's that far back. It's going to be a bit of unfortunate. Luis Allen then in, of course, 12th after a drive-through penalty. Future Revenge in, of course, 11th. Chris Allen currently 10th, and Steve's currently in 9th actually. Yeah, so Chris Allen 10th, Steve 9th, Kenny D in, of course, 8th, followed by Mascara, followed by Delvise. Delvise is still trying to catch up to Hells at the moment, but 1 hour and 4 minutes to go, still not even at the halfway stage yet. But this is where it's going to get tooth and nail, because there is a big gap between the guys, the likes of Mascara, Kenny, Steve, Chris Allen and Future Revenge. are still thereabouts. But there's a bit of a battle brewing. I think Hells is going to be caught by Delvise very shortly. Yes, he is, because Delvise is right on the gearbox of that portion. I thought there was going to be a bit of contact between the pair of them, but obviously not at the moment. But Delvise, the Czech Republican, trying to push on to get past Dunk, but Dunk's not thinking about it. He's probably thinking wise enough, but as Delvise gets a bit crossed up into that chicane there. But it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen there. But we do have, of course, quite some interesting moments between these guys. But going back up to the race lead, then Lemos eking out that advantage from Peter at the moment. Peter in the Lamborghini, I'll tell you what, fair play, he's done very well at the moment. With actually Unite Cars third, Gray fourth. Hell still holding on from, of course, from Delvise at the moment. Delvise trying to push on. But let's see what's going to happen here. But 1 hour and 2 minutes to go in this race. But could be very careful. But the likes of Mascara, Steve, Kenny D, Chris Allen, Future Revenge, and of course Luis and Van Alba, Alexei still thereabouts. They are quite some time behind at the moment, but Hells is still under pressure, believe it or not, from Delvise at the moment. But we'll see. Soon figure out what's going to happen, because Hells is under pressure big time from that 88 Ferrari at the moment. This could be a very close proximity. But we'll go on board with the number 88 Ferrari then into one of the difficult zones here to overtake at the moment. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen, because with Hells trying to push on, Hells trying to get away the 100 Porsche Carrera, so the red and black machine. But it's going to be very close to see what happens with 1 hour left of racing. So we'll see what happens between the likes of Hells and Delvise at the moment. Delvise is going to try and push on. But we'll go through the rest of the field in a minute. But looking as the medic helicopter has landed, so don't need that at the moment. But got the likes of quite a few cars out on track. But there's a bit of a battle brewing between the likes of Mascara and Steve at the moment. Steve's trying to push that Jaguar as best as he can. We'll still have the helicam up for now, but with an hour to go in this race, then still a long way to go in this race. You know, we're not even half distance yet, as Mascara gets a bit crossed up there. But Hells go back to the battle between Hells at the moment and Delvise. So 1 hour to go then, just under 1 hour to go now. But who knows what's going to happen here for the Thursday Night Racing League, round number 2 of the PlayStation 4 lobby, season 8. And yes, we are here for. It looks like Hells' car's a bit battle scarred there on the right hand side, or the left hand side. So it looks like he's had a bit of battle, so maybe he's had a bit of an issue with Alexei. But who knows? But gotta be very careful to see what will happen. But Steve and Mascara are still nose to tail. There's yellow flags somewhere. I think that is Alexei. Yeah, Alexei's gone off again. He's not having a good time tonight in the pink and black and white Ferrari at the moment. So Lemos is about to lap. Van Alba, but Hells is still under pressure as Alexei goes into pit lane then. That's a bit unfortunate. But Future Revenge and Chris Allen, they're having a bit of a battle as well. We'll soon figure out what's going on between them. But we'll soon figure out with them what's going to happen. But it looks like Steve and Mascara. Steve gets the job done, but in the background it looks like Chris Allen's under pressure. But yes, but we'll soon figure out what's going to happen, because there's not many cars that are having a bit of annoying battles there. As Hells is still under pressure from DeVries, but this could be very close to see what will happen with 58 minutes to go then here at the Hungaroring. This could be a very sensational race, as Alexei's still in pit lane. Let's see what actually has happened to the pink number 333 Ferrari this evening, as Hells is still under pressure from, of course, DeVries, but DeVries is trying to push on, as I think the battles between Steve and Mascara is still brewing as well. That's also allowing Kenny Dillaway to actually catch up, so who knows what's going to happen between these guys. But we've got, of course, Hells and DeVries trying to push on, as let's see, I do apologise, my headset seems to be making a bit of a noise there, but it's playing one sound in one ear and then out the other as well, but then it cuts off. But we'll soon figure out. Still 14 cars in the race, but with Alexei in pit lane at the moment. But Steve and Mascara, this could end very well between these two at the moment. Well, we'll try and go back to that battle between Hells and DeVries very soon. But who knows what's going to happen. But Steve's trying to get past Mascara as best as he can. It's going to be nip and tuck between the McLaren and the Jaguar, as Chris Allen is under pressure from Future Revenge. They're trying to do exactly the same as well, but Hells is literally probably sweating like buckets in that 100 Porsche as they go almost side by side. But good showing from Hells so far. He doesn't want to afford to have a mistake what he did at Zolder last time out. But who knows what's going to happen between these guys at the moment. You've got the likes of Peter trying to get away from Unai Cars, but he can't, because he's got the likes of fair play to Fran Alba for putting the indicator on to say he's going to go that way to allow them to be lapped. Fair play to him. But Peter is under pressure from Unai Cars going through the last corner. But this could be a very interesting bit of battle between the pair of them. Let's see what's going to happen. Side by side almost down the front straight here at the Hungaroring. We're around just 55 minutes to go. This could be a bit of a move, as Unai Cars actually does it, but then Peter gets to switch back. Knows the circuit probably more better than Unai Cars, so fair play. Back into second place Peter goes. Absolutely top class driving from the pair of them. But then you've got Hells and DeVries. DeVries are trying to push on, but and see what's going to happen here. But you know, you've got a bit of battle going on, but I don't know exactly what's going on. I think Alexei is but it says sounds like the other guy, not Alexei, but DeVries has actually had a bit of bother with Alexei. That's why he's in. That's why Alexei's actually in pit lane. So I'm afraid you'll have to take it with the stewards. The stewards will have to look at it though, mate. But let's see what's going to happen here, because I think this could end in tears. But at the moment, it just seems that with Alexei trying to, like, I'm not too sure exactly why. I didn't see it on stream, but I saw he'd gone off. But very interesting to see what will happen. But These two are going to be pushing on. Steve's finally dispatched Mascara as we're looking at the battle between Hells and Devies. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen there. But I think it's a bit unfortunate because Alexi's now left the lobby. I think that's a bit of a sign saying, well, you know, I've had so much damage, you're not going to carry on. But there's still a long way to go, and I'm not being funny, but it's a bit frustrating when people leave because, you know, put on a good show and, you know, should carry on. Still a long way to go. Anything could happen in this race, you know. Steve's got rid of Mascara. Chris Allen's the next victim for Mascara, but he's a bit far behind. Well, he's not too far, but got Kenny Dillaway versus Future Revenge at the moment. Future Revenge, is that position swapped though, or is that the timing screen? But only time will tell. 52 minutes to go. Excuse me, sorry. But track limits then. Chris Allen's got drive-through penalty for track limits. He's having such rotten luck at the moment, Chris Allen. That's now going to hamper him. But Unite has them. Still in third place, trying to chase after Peter. Peter trying to push that Lamborghini to the extreme. 52 minutes to go on the clock, ladies and gents. But looks like not Chris Allen, Delvise has got past Hells. We didn't see it, but come on, Hells, get past him. Push on. Let's see what you're made of, mate. But looks like at the moment Delvise is having a bit of a, don't know whether he's in hot water, but sounds like Alexi's not happy with him at the moment. But we'll soon figure out. But 51 and a half minutes to go though. Still a long way to go. Chris Allen with that drive-through penalty for track limits. They only get 3 strikes if they go across track limits, and then they get a drive-through penalty. So that's going to be unfortunate for Chris Allen. He's got Future Revenge behind him. Got to be very careful as the penalty thinks about it, but obviously ducks back in. You think one way and it's like another way, but could be very interesting to see what happens between the pair of them. There's Future Revenge then tries to push on. Kenny Dillaway currently still 11th. You've got Luis still in 12th. Fran Albert, he's having a bit of a torrid time, but I'll tell you what, still staying out on track at the moment. So you've got Lemos still leading from Peter, and of course Unite Cars currently pushing on. This is going to be close. This, you know, with 50 minutes to go. Still a long way to go though. Still a very long way to go in this race. We're not even halfway mark yet. This is where these guys, I'll tell you what, I'm not being funny, but when guys quit out because they've got so much damage, it's like, carry on. Anything can happen between now and then. But you know, Peter there, Unite Cars trying to duck, but oh, he's outbroke himself. Probably missed a gear as well. No doubt he's missed a gear. But there's a not Unite Cars. Peter gets a bit sideways there. But it's probably because we're commentating so much on people. But Delvise Hells is still there. And then you've got Mascara, Chris Allen. There's a car off somewhere. And that is Fran Albert. Fran Albert has gone off. He's got to be careful. He's got the next group of cars though. That's a bit unfortunate, that. I don't know exactly what's happened to him. He's picked up there's a bit of contact between Future Revenge and of course Chris Allen. I don't know exactly what's going on. Kenny Dillaway was also involved in that. That's a bit unfortunate. I don't know exactly what's going on at the moment because it seems to be action galore as Fran Albert is gone off track. I think there's a lot of issues tonight at the moment, but I'm hoping the stewards will have a look at that as Van Alba goes into pit lane. Kenny Dillaway still there. I don't know whether Future Revenge actually knocked into Chris Allen, but Chris Allen's still out on track. Van Alba also in pit lane. He's had an absolute rubbish ton of damage there. I was going to be polite about it, but I don't know what's happened to the Mercedes, but you know, got still the likes of Peter and Unite Cars battling for second and third, with Gray up in. Gray's doing quite well in fourth, to be fair. Delvy's still there. Hell's sixth, Steve in seventh, Mascara eighth, Future Revenge ninth, Luis Allen in 10th, followed by Chris Allen, not related by the way, but Chris Allen pushing on. Is he going to be pushing on to go into pit lane this time to do his drive-through? He is, yes he is. He's doing the right thing. He's going to do the right thing, otherwise he gets a disqualification. And the first car to actually take probably a mandatory, it might not even be a mandatory. Future Revenge is also there. I think Future Revenge is going into pit lane, so is Kenny. Kenny's also there. I'll tell you what, these guys that are doing pit stops at the moment, hopefully they don't quit out, because if they do, they will probably get harsher penalties. But Chris Allen then, with his drive-through penalty. Not too sure exactly what happened. But, Chris Allen then, drive-through penalty is now cleared, so luckily he won't get pinged by the stewards for not going in, but it looks like we've got the likes of Unite Cards and Peter still out there. Lemos is still leading then, so it could be a very close battle, but you got the likes of Future Revenge and Kenny still there, and of course poor old Van Alba still out there. But the main battle now then is of course between the likes of Peter and Unite Cars. But excuse me. But between Peter and Unite Cars at the moment, with Future Revenge and Kenny, they've actually gone out. They've actually pushed on. So we've got the likes of Van Alba still out there at the moment, but got the likes of Steve pushing on. Steve's cleared Mascara. Luis currently trying to catch up to Mascara, but he's not thereabouts as of yet. And then you got of course Chris Allen, and then of course Future Revenge and Kenny Dillaway. But it's a bit of a shame for Van Alba. He's around 3 laps down, but still in pit lane. Lemos still there then. With around 45 minutes, not 45 seconds, I do apologise. With around 45 minutes to go in this race. But unfortunately that Alexi's pulled out because, you know. But who knows what's going to happen with the likes of Peter, and of course now Unite Cars. These are guys that are going nose to tail, go on board with the Ferrari, shall we? Going down the front straight here at the Hungaroring. Peter thinks about it. Is he going to get by Unite Cars? Unite Cars, so tries that switchback, which he does precisionally. But around 44 minutes to go in this race. Almost coming to the halfway mark of the race. We're not that far ahead, far of the halfway point now. So we've got Unite Cars, and then of course Peter. Peter's going to push on, I think. He's still doing very well though to be in the top 3 of this race. So local knowledge perseveres, I suppose. But who knows what's going to happen. But Peter then going through, chasing after Unite Cars. He's actually positioned as Louise. is currently 9th, but he's going into pit lane 4. He's mandatory, which I don't blame him. It will be the first, probably will be the first one driver to actually pit this time round, actually with the mandatory window, because the others have probably pitted to repair damage. But looking what's going on then, Grace still in 4th at the moment with that Lamborghini. You got Delvise, then you got Hells, followed by Steve and Mascara, followed by Louise. Chris Allen still there, probably now 10th, maybe 9th, we'll soon figure out. And you got Chris Allen 10th, Future Revenge 11th, Kenny in 12th, then followed by Fran Alba still 13th and sat in pit lane, so it's not looking good for the Mercedes, the number 1 Mercedes group, but who knows what's going to happen. But it will be very close to see whether the stewards will be looking at inquiries after this race, because the stewards will be busy, no doubt. But around 42 minutes to go in this race then, so we're not even halfway mark yet, but we are pushing hopefully to a very interesting latter half of the race. The next couple of laps or the next couple of minutes are very crucial for these guys, because it will get to the halfway point of the race. So Mascara jumps into pit lane then. Yes, Chris Allen is up to 9th. So that's going to be very close. 42 minutes left on the clock. Mascara is the second car to blink after Louise, as he has a bit of a cross up, but hopefully he doesn't take anyone out while he does that. But got like some Lemos pushing on. Lemos is actually leading by a comfortable gap at the moment between himself and Unicars. Unicars thereabouts. Peter also there. Could be taking the battle to pit lane though when these guys take their mandatory. But like some Mascara, Chris Allen will have to take a mandatory. You got Louise, Future Revenge, and Kenny D, or Kenny Dillaway. They might push on. Steve's still in there in 7th in the Jack. I tell you what, fair play to him. But at the moment, I will decide my driver of the day at the towards the end of the race. So when it gets to the 2-minute mark of the race, I will decide my driver of the day. So Mascara then coming out of pit lane. He's just rejoining in 9th place. He's got the 99 McLaren serviced, and maybe fuel or maybe tyres or even both. But Unite Cars then at the moment trying to push on. But so many drivers at the moment to pick at the moment from my perspective. But we do of course have as unfortunately Fran Alba's now called it a day. The crew have probably told him the car can't continue, which is a big shame really, because you know, started off with 14 cars this evening. Excuse me. But soon figure out what's going to happen. 40 minutes to go then. That's 40 minutes to go. Lemos is still out in front. He's probably thinking, well, with Jermar not being here tonight, I get to do what I want and I get to control my race. So let's have it. But yes, so Unite Cars still in second. Peter in, of course, third. Gray 4th. You've got, of course, Delvise. Delvise may find himself in hot water with the stewards. I don't know, because according to Alexei, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them. I didn't see exactly what happened, but who knows what's going to happen. He's currently in 5th place. Hell's Dunk still in, of course, 6th place at the moment. Steve there. Steve's the next one to blink, with the timer clocking down to 30, just under 39 minutes to go. Now it's going to be very close to see what's going to happen, but quite very with 12 cars on finishing this race, I wouldn't be surprised. But Chris Holland there, 8th, and Louise in 9th, followed by Mascara 10th, Future Revenge in 11th, and Kenny in 12th at the moment. Steve is the next one to pit. I'd like to unite cars and Peter pushing on. They've had a bit of a nice battle this evening, which may help me out massively for picking my driver of the day. So but we'll soon figure out what is going to happen. But you've got Unite Cars versus Peter at the moment. Gray still 4th at the moment. Then you've got Delvise, then you've got Steve Hells, then you've got Steve still there 7th. Chris Allen, we're halfway now, halfway through the race then, ladies and gents. 37 minutes to go in this evening's season. But almost thereabouts, ladies and gents. We are of course halfway through the race, 37 minutes, and this is where 37 minutes is all or nothing between these guys now. But who knows what's going to happen. But of course we do have a few cars yet to take their mandatory. As I say, 12 cars on the grid at the moment. So we've got the likes of Lemos leading, followed by Unicars, Peter and Gray, followed by Delvise, Hells and Chris Holland. Steve's catching up Chris though, not going to lie, but the battle for second is still raging a bit. It could be very interesting between the Ferrari and Lamborghini. But who knows? So you got the likes of we'll soon figure out between the likes of Peter, Unicars, Gray, Delvise. Delvise is caught up to Gray massively, though. Well, this could be very interesting between the number 15 Lamborghini Huracan and the number 88 Ferrari, with 35 minutes to go. So we're not far away now from the checkered flag, ladies and gents. But I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Please do give us a massive thumbs up. And as I say, in 2 minutes, when it gets 2 minutes on the clock, I will announce, or when the leader does go on to the final lap, I will announce the driver of my driver of the day. It's a new initiative. But looks like Delvise is catching up to Gray with great speed at the moment. But it looks like Peter's got past Unicars. Maybe Unicars is yet to take maybe take his mandatory. We'll soon figure out what's going to happen there. But Unicars then. No, he's not taking. Yeah, he's taking his mandatory. Ah, see, that's a very good tactic. Unicars will have to push on, because if he wants to get back into the top 2 for this evening. But we've got Delvise and of course Gray side by side, but I think Gray, what's happened to Gray there? Oh, he's had a bit of a weird one there to go into pit lane. But he's in pit lane now as Delvise is up into the podium. He will be taking his mandatory. His Uni cars is yet to go into his pit stall, but the likes of Hell's pushing on. Hell's is currently... He'll be fourth now, because I think Mascara is a lap down, I believe. So there's quite a few cars thereabouts. Lemos though. Got Lemos with 33.5 minutes to go in this race. He is currently on fire. Not literally on fire, but who knows what's going to happen. Lemos and Mascara has a drive-through penalty. Is it for track limits though? It must be. So Mascara, track limits penalty by the looks of it. I wasn't really seeing what was going on because I was looking what the guys were doing. But with 32.5 minutes to go, I think, yeah, Mascara's probably been pinged for track limits. No doubt. But Mascara goes into pit lane then. So Mascara goes into in for track limits. Drive-through penalty. Delvise goes in. They've got Peter still out there, but Hells will be third now. Excuse me. So that will be very interesting for Hells. Maybe if he stays out, he could even get on. But I think Chris Holmes yet to take a mandatory, but whether it's personally, but drive-through penalty is cleared. It is probably for track limits for Mascara, so that's hampered his race tonight. That will probably even hamper him even more, because Kenny's trying to get away, or he's trying to get past him. Actually, it could be a bit of an interesting one. I'm not too sure what's going to happen there, but then got Delvise. Lemos comes into pit lane though, so Lemos is in. Let's see, is Peter going to be? Is he going to stay out another lap? Could be very interesting to see what could happen, because season debutant, he's staying out, he's staying out, he's staying out. So this is going to be interesting with 20, no not 20, 30, half an hour to go in this race. This could be very close as Peter stays out. House probably may stay out. Lemos is still there, so it could be a very interesting bit. Delvise is there. Chris Allen staying out, but according to the graphic, he's still got to take his mandatory. But then you've got Lemos is coming out of pit lane then. So what's going to happen with half an hour to go then in this race? It could be a lot of interest with the likes of Peter still leading from Lemos, but then Hells, I think he got held up by well, not held up by Uni cars, but still there in third place at the moment. This could be a good showing from Hells, but we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. But just under 30 minutes to go, who knows what's going to happen. But it's all or nothing between these guys. But see what's going to happen between these. It could be not Mascara, it could be Peter leading, but Lemos is still there with Hells holding on for third at the moment. Uni cars. Have we had another driver drop though? Have we had another driver drop? Or was it just me? It's hard to tell at the moment, but we had 13. Don't know what's happened. Maybe maybe we still had 12. But bit unfortunate that we have 12 left. But at the moment we've got Peter still leading, with the likes of Lemos still second. Hells goes into pit lane then. So Uni Cars, what is now going to be back onto the podium. But I'll tell you what, fair play to Hells at the moment, staying out there. But Chris Allen will have to take his mandatory, but not many battles galore now, because they're all equally spread out, and some of them have been lapped, so we'll soon figure out what's going on. But 28 minutes to go then. I'll tell you what, commentary never disappoints me at the moment, but got a few cars out there. There's don't want Hells getting a drive-through penalty like he did. His brake pedal went at Zolder 2 weeks ago. Don't want to remind him of that, but we've got Peter still leading the race then from Lemos, followed by Uni Cars, and then of course Hells. Hells could be in for a good shout to get into the top 6, maybe even the top 8, it depends, but it's going to have to try and push on. But Delvise and Gray, they could be the next batch of people to actually have this battle, but who knows what's going to happen. But Hells comes out of pit lane then, no issues whatsoever this time, so that's going to be very close as Peter still stays out in the race lead then, as Chris Allen is there. We've got Kenny D still in top, followed by Mascara, followed by Future Revenge, Louise, Chris Allen still there, with the likes of Gray. Probably Steve's got ahead of Hells, but we'll soon figure it out in a minute. Yes, he has. So that's a top 7 for Hells at the moment. It may even stay a top 7 because, you know, because the likes of Chris Allen and yeah, Chris Allen's got to take his mandatory. Excuse me, but I'll soon figure out what's going to happen between the likes of Gray and Delvise at the moment, but very interesting to see what happens. But 26 minutes to go then, as Peter still stays out with the likes of Lemos. Lemos is thinking, what have I got to do to get back into the first place of the race, but excuse me, but at the moment he's going to find it very difficult. Because I think Peter is coming through to start what would be lap number 28. So it's going to be very, if Peter could, he's got to take a mandatory though, but he's got that much of a gap between himself and Lemos at the moment. He could try and take it when he's ready, but at the moment it's all or nothing. But Peter's still leading them. But who knows what's going to happen, because Peter's still leading from Lemos, Uni Cars and Delvise, but then Gray's still there, and you've got Steve, Hells, Chris Allen, Luis, Future Revenge, Mascara and Kenny D. This is going to be probably close as you like, but looking at 24 minutes to go then on the clock. Peter will probably be one of the main guys that may pit. Is he going to pit this time round. Yes, he is. The number 66 Lamborghini then, the local star. Pushing on. So let's see what is going to happen here. Because Lemos is coming through the next two hairpins. But then this could be this could be a nail biter. It is actually a nail biter already. But then looking at it, Lemos is going to go back into the race lead then. By the looks of it, he's gone back in to the race lead. Or has he been a lap down? It's could be a lap down for. Oh, it looks like he is a lap down now. As Peter comes out of pit lane then, so it looks like Lemos. Don't know, is Lemos overtaking the race lead? Let's have a look. It'll tell us. Yeah, Lemos is probably taking the race lead by the looks of it. Yes, he has. Timing screen was just throwing a wobbler as per usual. But Lemos back into the race lead then with around 22 minutes to go. In this race, it could be very close indeed to see what's going to happen. But Unite Cars also up into second with Peter back into third. I didn't realise that was the case, but Peter's done very well at the moment. But 22, just under 22 minutes to go then. With the likes of Delvise and Gray's up to what could be a sensational fourth place, but you know, who knows what's going to happen between the Ferrari and Lamborghini. It's almost like a Ferrari and Lamborghini sandwich, but at the moment it's not as bad as you think. But could be very interesting to see what happens here, because if the likes of DeVries gets still stays fourth at the moment, but Gray could catch him. It's looking very likely. But 21 minutes to go in this race then, so not far away from checkered flag of season 8 round number 2 at the PlayStation 4 lobby here at the Hungaroring. We go to Alton Park in 2 weeks time for the first of 2 sprint races this season, as Gray gets the move done just as we speak about Alton Park. But a very close lap proximity, the number 15 Lamborghini Huracan is fighting. It's almost like Delvise is fighting back, but we'll see what happens here, because 20.5 minutes to go in this race. It is almost 20 minutes to go in this race. We've got the likes of Chris Allen still pushing on, but looks like Delvise is trying to get past Gray and trying to get past that number 15 Lamborghini. The Lamborghini runs a bit wide, almost contact between the pair of them. This car, you know, hopefully there's no contact between the pair of them, because we don't want that. Yes, there is. There's a bit of contact between the pair of them. Delvise. Oh, that is going to be seriously in hot water, with the stewards literally tapped him off there. That is very unfortunate. I think he will be getting some a very harsh, stern word by the stewards. Knocked him sideways there. I can't believe that is what I've just seen. Gray's not going to be liking that. I hope Gray reports that to the stewards, because that was totally, I'm not being funny, but that was totally unnecessary. Tapping him into spin. You could at least easily waited to literally push on, not push him on. No, JMR's not here, Clarky. He's elsewhere, mate, this evening. But JMR then are missing out on what could be a second victory of the season. But at the moment, his title nemesis, Lemos, literally on course to win his first race of the season. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. But I do apologise if you had a bit of a rant between myself, because I think the likes of Delvise will be in hot water with the stewards for knocking Gray wide. That was totally unnecessary. You could have waited to give the place back. But giving him a chance. I don't know, mate. He's missing tonight. I don't know exactly what he's doing, because he did say he was going out. But he said to me, Alton Park is where the challenge starts to try and get back into championship lead. So who knows what'll happen. But Gray's not going to be happy with Delvise. I don't think he's going to be fired up. I think he's going to be a bit peeved, no doubt. But Lemos then still leading, followed by Unicars. Peter is currently third. He's done a stellar job so far. Could he be in contention for my driver of the day? I see. An open evening. Okay, mate. No bother. But don't worry about it. He'll be back for the next one in 2 weeks' time at Alton Park. So I'm looking forward to that one. But Chris Allen then goes in for his mandatory at 17 minutes. But this guy's going to be probably in hot water with the stewards, because you know he knocked Gray very wide. I think Gray's going to chase him down and probably think, you know, mate, what the hell were you playing at? But I hope that both don't give each other a taste of each other's medicine. I think we don't want to see that, because if we do, then there will be some serious words, and I think the stewards are going to be clamping down on driving standards. But hopefully we don't see any issues. But at the moment, this could be the closest battle we've actually got at the moment, because the cars are equally spread out at the moment. Just going to go through as Kenny's having a bit of bad luck. What's going on with Kenny? But Delvise then pushing on as Gray's literally trying to push on. I think he's literally night and day trying to push on between, trying to catch up to Delvise, because he's probably thinking, right, mate, what are you doing? Knocked me a bit wide, how could you do that? But we'll soon figure out how things are gonna go. But now looking at the likes of Chris Allen, he's coming up pit lane. Kenny's probably had a bit of damage there, because there's not much in it. But 15.5 minutes to go then, so we've got 15 minutes to go, so we could be thereabouts. But we're still two cars not finishing the race at the moment. That is, of course, Fran Albert and, of course, Alexi. So that is a big shame for them guys, because they could have scored some mega points. But as I say, with 2 minutes, when it gets to 2 minutes, I will pick my driver of the day. But at the moment, I think Gray's trying to catch up to Delvise and say, you know, what's going on, mate? But who knows what's going to happen, because if Delvise finds himself in hot water with the stewards, then we could be in for a role reversal. But obviously making his season debut, but you don't knock a car sideways and then not wait, because, you know. But then I think Kenny's just going to leave it to the stewards. He's running a bit wide there. Got to be careful he doesn't get the dreaded track limit flag, the black and white flag for track limit abuse. But at the moment, don't see much battles galore going on at the moment, because most of the cars are spread out now. So it's I'm going to be very close to see what happens if the likes of Mascara and Chris Allen are probably going to have a bit of a battle. But whether they are that further ahead, but we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. But with the likes of Delvise now trying to get away. Excuse me. Don't me to yawn. I can't mute my mic without causing an issue. But Delvise and Gray's trying to catch him up now. I think he's trying to catch him up and say, you know what, mate, what was all that about? But could be a very interesting battle. 13 minutes, just under 13 minutes to go. This could be a very down to the wire race. But who knows what's going to happen? But you never know. But you got, of course, Delvise now getting caught by Gray. Gray's going to try and push on, but he's going to get there, I think. But hopefully it doesn't end in tears, and hopefully it is done respectively. But this is probably the closest battle for 4th and 5th, because the likes of Chris Allen, he's three laps down, so he's even made a mistake now. So with 12 minutes to go in this race, the second race of Season 8 of the PlayStation 4 lobby for the Thursday Night Racing League. If you're wondering who this is, of course it is the one and only and the legendary commentator Hoppers and the comms box for this evening. There is a car off. I think that is actually, trying to figure out who that is at the moment. It is, of course, number 12, and that is, number 12 was, of course, Kenny D. He's gone back into pit lane. That is unfortunate, but Delvise and, of course, Gray are still battling long and hard to push on. But 12 minutes to go then. Kenny D's in pit lane. I don't understand what's happened to Kenny. He's having some bad luck at the moment. Same with his with the likes of Chris Allen as well, and of course Hells has done alright to get top 7 this evening. So as I say, when when the timer gets down to 2 minutes, I'll pick my driver of the day. I've already got one candidate in mind for this evening, so we'll soon find out what's going to happen. But I've got the likes of Delvise and Gray at the moment trying to think, well, got fired off, so I'm trying to catch him up. Hopefully not to give him a taste of his own medicine, but with 11 minutes to go it could be all or nothing, because the likes of Delvise is going to try and push on. But 11 minutes in this race then. But let us know, guys, who you liked so far this evening. I'll tell you what, it's good to see 5 likes already on the stream, so thank you very much to the ones that liked the stream. Thank you very much, ladies and gents, that helps me out massively. But you know, you got Gray catching up to the likes of Delvise now. Delvise may find himself in hot water with the stewards because of what's gone on between him and Alexi, as well as Gray. Gray got knocked wide. I don't think Gray was happy with that, but Chris Allen's having a bit of a nightmare. Not too sure why he's having a nightmare, but he's got to try and catch up to Mascara, but he's not close enough as he likes at the moment, as Kenny's still in pit lane at the moment with the likes of Gray. Still trying to catch up to Delvise. Delvise in the 88 Ferrari with just under 10 minutes to go, so we're not far away from the checkered flag actually. So you know, it's been enjoyable. It's been a bit of a weird one, but you know, it is what it is. As I say, I'll be doing driver interviews as of Alton Park onwards. It's just tonight that we've got you know, we've trying to run the lobby smoothly, but it seems to be alright. It's not not kicked anyone out. It's not drive-through penalty though for Chris Allen for track limits. He's having a rotten night. I think that is I don't know whether that was his second drive-through penalty of the evening, but he's got a drive-through penalty for track limits. He does not need this. He's having so much bad luck at the moment in in this season. But you've got the likes of Delvise then pushing on for what could be 4th place at the moment. What's happening further back? The cars are likes of Future Revenge and Louise trying to push on, but they're going to be thereabouts. Mascara, and then you got Chris Allen winding up almost. Kenny's still in pit lane now. Poor old Kenny, he's not going to be classified at this rate if he's not careful. But we'll soon figure out what's going on. But we will have, of course, 8 minutes to go in this race, where the likes of Delvise, is he going to escape from Gray, or is Gray going to catch him up? Because this could be where a lot of interest between these guys. Steve currently still 6th place, with Dunk still in 7th at the moment, so you know, just under 8 minutes to go in this race. Then Chris Allen goes into pit lane to do his drive-through penalty. He's probably kicking himself. He's probably thinking, what have I got to do to get some good luck? But you got the likes of Gray at the moment. Drive-through penalty is now cleared, so hopefully he doesn't get any more before the end is over. But 7.5 minutes to go then. So we're looking at, of course, Gray at the moment. I'll go through the order in a minute, but look at what Gray's trying to do, because I think he's trying to catch up to Delvise at the moment. Delvise, well, literally tooth and nail. I think Kenny's had a bit of a rotten luck tonight in that number 12 McLaren. But we'll soon figure out what's going to happen. But could be very close to see what happens. But but then you got Lemos still leading the race, then followed by Unai Cars, followed by Peter. Peter's doing very well, but he's got a couple of lap cars ahead of him at the moment, with Delvise still there in 5th, Gray, no, Delvise 4th, Gray 5th, Steve 6th, Hells in 7th, so Sykyrus could do very well at the moment, because they've got cars in the top 7 at the moment, so very good, Louise. And then you've got Future Revenge getting away from, now getting closer and closer into the clutches with 6 minutes to go. But Mascara, Chris Allen, and of course Kenny still in pit lane at the moment. But looking what's going on between the likes of Delvise, and I think Gray's just like playing it safe now. Probably thinking, mate, what have I got to do? Because he's probably not happy with the likes of Delvise taking him, tapping him sideways and then not waiting. But excuse me, but 5.5 minutes to go then. This is where the race is, you know, poor Damos is probably thinking, Hoppers, are you commentating? Because you don't seem to be showing me much. But of course I am commentating. It is just, of course, you are out in front, leading the race by a comfortable margin. Then you've got Unai Cars, followed by Peter. Then you've got Delvise still there. I think the blue flag is for, of course, Future Revenge, I believe. But then you've got, of course, Grace trying to catch up, but Steve's on a mission with that Jaguar with just under 5 minutes to go. This could be a bit of a close one, but we'll soon figure out what's going to happen, because I don't know whether Gray is not giving up the ghost though. I don't think he's giving up the guts, but we'll soon find out. But looking what's going on then, as Gray carries on between himself and Delvise at the moment. Delvise still there, but he's there about then for what could be a 4th place, but it could soon be in hot water with the steward zone, because he's with some of the contact he's had. But who knows what's going to happen. Unicar's still there, and of course, in second place. The lap times at the moment are what was a lap time in qualifying? It was a 1:43. So we're not even on the last lap yet. But could be very close to see what's going to happen. But Gray and Delvise are trying to push on with the likes of Steve trying to push on to them as well. The likes of Hells. Then you got Future Revenge and of course Louis as Chris Allen goes back into pit lane. What's up with Chris Allen? He's had a bit of a nightmare. The crew are looking around thinking, what's going on here, mate? What's going on? The likes of Mascara and of course Louise. With 3 minutes to go. This is probably a lot of things that's happening with the likes of Future Revenge and of course the Honda driver at the moment. This could be another close battle, but don't know what's happened to. Excuse me, what's happened to Chris Allen? Let's go into pit lane again. We got Mascara still 10th at the moment with the likes of Future Revenge and Louise trying to push on, but got Unicar still second, but Lemos then with around 2 minutes and 20 left on the clock. But we'll wait till it gets to 2 minutes and then we'll announce my driver of the day for this evening. But it's going to be very great to see what happens between these guys. But Future Revenge trying to push on to the back of the Honda as best as he can. But the Bentley versus the Honda, these two might have a bit of a argy-bargy moment coming into one of the next half of the laps, but Louise thinks about it. But with 2 minutes then, sorry, we just realised, commentating while we were trying to pick the driver of the day, but the driver of the day is actually Peter, so the number 66 Lamborghini Huracan driver, the Hungarian on home turf this evening. It's my driver of the day, my driver of the evening for doing an astounding job getting into the lead of the race, but still being consistent in the top 3 of the race. So congratulations, Peter, you are my driver of the day for round number 2 of season 8 of the PlayStation 4 lobby. I will be putting that in the chat after the race has finished. Then you've got the likes of Gray trying to now catch up to, of course, Delvise. This could be going down to the wire because it is now going to be almost going on to the final lap, or it could be onto the final lap they go themselves actually, because timer may run out before they even get there. But it seems a bit of a battle between the Bentley and the Honda, but we'll come back to that in a minute. But got a Lamborghini and Ferrari battle for, of course, 4th and 5th at the moment, with Lemos actually goes on to the final lap, so he's actually quite lucky there. He's crossed the line to go on to the final lap. He was that far ahead that he could actually do it. It could be actually the main car to do it so far, but the likes of Delvise and Gray to be thereabouts. But this is where it could be getting very exciting. Well, I don't want it to be silly, but the likes of Delvise then tried to push on because he's trying to get away from the likes of trying to get away from Gray at the moment as he gets a bit sideways. But as we've got the likes of Louise Allen trying to push on, but we've got the likes of Unicars, GTD still holding on for dear life, but then Gray's dropped back a bit. Has he got issues with that car? But let's have a look then what's happening further back. We've got the likes of Peter going on to that last lap as well. It probably ran out at the time, but who knows what's going to happen. But speaking of Lemos, race leader then, coming through the last 2 turns of the race then to take a well-deserved victory in Round number 2 of Season 8 for the PlayStation 4 lobby here at the Hungaroring. He will be taking the championship lead going into Alton Park, no doubt. So Lemos then takes a well-deserved victory. Well done, Lemos. Flashes the lights in the lights. He will be happy with that. Thinking, well, JMR is not here. Unai Cars comes home in a second, no doubt. But Steve has dropped. Is there? Oh. Gray's probably is he run out of fuel, or has he just got an issue at the moment? But Unai Cars then in, of course, second place at the moment, where he's going to finish in second. That could put him in good stead going into Alton Park in 2 weeks' time. But we'll soon find out exactly what that will mean for the championship when we go to Alton Park in around 2 weeks' time for the first of two sprint races this season. But who knows? So congratulations, Unai Cars. Well done to get second place in the race. Fair play. And I'll tell you what, my driver of the day, and of course Peter, comes home in third. Well done, mate. That's a good, solid debut for you, my friend. You will be hopefully back for Alton Park. You've done very well. And you've got DeVries. I don't know whether DeVries is going to be in hot water with the stewards because of knocking Gray wide, and also a bit of an issue with Alexei, because, you know, it seems to be a bit of like interest to see what will happen, but whether that happens is another thing. But crosses the line then. Steve, of course, in 5th place, and fair play. Gray in, of course, 6th with Hells. And of course, I'm gonna get the results because I will need them for the guys. But yeah, so it seems then that Lemos takes the championship lead then, followed by Unai Cars, and then of course Peter, wherever Peter is on the map. He's probably thinking, oh, I'm knackered after that. And then you've got Delvise, Steve, and of course Gray in 6th. So yes, it has been a very eventful night of racing for the Thursday Night Racing League here at the Hungaroring. Until 2 weeks' time, guys, when we go to the when we come over here to England to go to Alton Park. I'm looking forward to Alton Park. First sprint races of the season. I'm looking forward to it. Until 2 weeks' time, guys, I've been Hoppers for Thursday Night Racing League. This has been Season 8, Round number 2 of the PlayStation 4 lobby from the Hungaroring. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Take care. Good night. Ta-ra.